So it's been a rough couple of weeks for myself going through school and whatnot. In the last few days, since the assassination of Charlie Kirk, it's actually it's been a process for a lot of people, myself included, on how to deal with this. And you can definitely see a shift in the culture where people are being less tolerant of insane leftists celebrating a man's death and besmirching his name post-mortem. We're seeing a lot more people stand up for what they believe in and stand up against lunacy. And some of y'all know that myself, I am a wrestling fan. And this is a video that I didn't think I'd be doing, but it's a brand new terrain for me, being a wrestling fan and now sort of seeing the political side of things as well. I thought I would come on here and talk about this right here, not this, New York Post. This is an article from the New York Post. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Rock the Dwayne Johnson, his daughter was slammed online for insensitive comments made hours after Charlie Kirk's assassination. So if y'all don't know, The Rock's daughter is Ava Raine. She is the general manager, kayfabe that is, of NXT. My personal feelings about her on TV, she's not the booker, she's a figurehead. She's the actress. She couldn't make it as a wrestler, so they put her in the general manager's position. And so she's okay. People like her. That's fine. But we're going to talk about this real quick. Rock the Dwayne Johnson's daughter, Ava Raine, drew backlash by making an insensitive comment that appeared to be directed at Charlie Kirk just hours after he was assassinated. We've seen a lot of that. We've been seeing a lot of people celebrating. We've seen a lot of people dismissing and downplaying the assassination as if it was something that Charlie Kirk deserved, and no one deserves that. No one should see each other dead, but here we are. Raine, 24, who followed in her father's footsteps as a WWE wrestler and failed, shared an X post from comedian Gianmarco Sorsi, whatever, who cares, on Instagram, which read, "If you want people to have kind words when you pass, you should say kind things when you're alive." Well, that tells me that this Gianmarco guy, it says, though the post did not name Kirk, Raine doubled down, adding one of her own in a repost on the X account. So here you see the tweet from X. So if you want people to have kind words when you pass, you should say kind things when you're alive. That tells me that Gianmarco did not pay attention to Charlie Kirk. It was clear he wasn't a fan, and that's fine. You don't got to be a fan. You don't even got to, give the guy blessings. You don't got to say rest in peace. You don't got to say nothing about Charlie Kirk. But to say things like this, it tells me that you both did not like Charlie Kirk, and you were willing to besmirch him by saying things that were probably fed to you by the lying media. And of course, Ava here, WWE superstar, by the way, and I'll stand behind this. Be kind, now more than ever. Well, you're not really being kind to Charlie Kirk, now are you? And seeing some of the responses as she doubled down, her words shared just hours after Kirk was assassinated sparked swift outrage from WWE fans online. Good. All the people that are getting fired because of their fucking freaks, they're Marxists, losers that love to see people dead because of their politics, they all deserve to get fired. All of them. Be kind or get assassinated. I'm sure you've said something unkind. I know your dad has. What an idiotic statement, one user wrote. Yeah, exactly. If we're talking about, being kind or get assassinated, why the fuck is this guy's daughter talking? Of all people. At WWE, at TKO Group. Does TKO and WWE stand behind this? Another user question. Yeah. Based. If your ass ain't unemployed by the end of the day, this shifts to WWE itself. Exactly. Don't hire activists. This is what WWE fans who are not crazy whack leftists don't understand. They're all Hollywood based. They're all Hollywood actors now. They're not even like real pro wrestlers anymore. They get online, they tweet, they like to break kayfabe. And hey, break kayfabe all you want. But when you break kayfabe to shit on the fans, to advocate for social justice, it just proves that you're a piece of shit. And you're no different from the Mark Hamills, from the Cynthia Erivos, the Charlize Theron's. Like, how many unlikable Robert De Niro's, all the unlikable Hollywood assholes. You're no different from them. These are not humble people. They're egomaniacs. And they're fucking freaks. A number of fans replied to Raine's post with a viral gif of her father shouting, "Shut up, bitch!" I remember The Rock saying that. "Shut up, bitch!" into a microphone during a wrestling match. As it is well deserved. It is well deserved for her to get this backlash. And I know that there's the people out there like Wrestle Talk and WrestleMania who are trying to do damage control. Trying to do damage control for Ava. Oh, she's getting death threats. Oh, she got death threats, which, to be fair, not a good thing. I would not advocate to send death threats to Ava, whether it be because her dad is part of really shitty booking, in terms of the final boss showing up for John Cena's heel turn and then disappearing forever and probably never coming back. Ava does not deserve death threats for that, and she doesn't deserve death threats for this post, but honestly, she should get fired for even talking about this, just for talking about this in a negative connotation. And sure, she didn't address Kirk by name, but he was the topic of the conversation. And adding to that conversation proved that, you've moved your opinion in the direction of the guy that you reposted. You doubled down. He's talking about Charlie Kirk, therefore you are. You can't hide it. You can't hide it. Others also pointed out she may be less afraid of facing backlash from the WWE because of her Nepo baby status. No shit, look at Randy Orton. Randy Orton broke so many violation codes, it's a miracle he still has a job. Oh wait, he's the grandson of a wrestler and he's the son of a wrestler. So yes, the Nepo babies get away with a lot of shit in the wrestling industry. Easily. And I like Randy Orton. I still like Randy Orton. I just got to call balls and strikes here. A handful of critics who've mocked the Turning Point USA founder's death have been fired from their jobs. Good. For posting insensitive and offensive comments following Kirk's tragic assassination on Wednesday. Yeah, it's called taking responsibility for your actions. It's not cancel culture. It's not the right slinging cancel culture at you. It's you said something fucked up and offensive. Now here are the consequences for what you said. That is what you advocate for with cancel culture. This is the result. You can't get mad about it. Carolina Panthers fired football communications coordinator Charlie Rock on Thursday for making an insensitive social media post following the fatal shooting of the conservative activist. Good. Matthew Dowd was fired. A lot of these people, Ted Berry, Tanisha Blanche. Point is, scumbags got fired for mocking a man's death. And Ava should be held responsible for what she says. That's my stance on that. And I'm so tired of the negativity, but you know what? All the people are like, hey, tone down the heat, man. Level the temperature. Let's have a conversation, all right? This country's built on conversation. Y'all murdered the conversation. Y'all put a bullet in his neck. There's no more talking. You want to have a debate and a conversation, you do it respectfully. All right? You sit down and you talk to somebody, you understand their ideas. Once you start slinging Nazi, once you start slinging fascist and all these different names of people to dehumanize them and then start using that to try and get rid of them. Then your conversation is no longer valid. Your points are no longer valid. You've lost. It is what it is. All I can say to you, don't smoke crack. Everybody have a good day.